How you doing, Dan?
Not too bad.
All
A
right.
little bit under the weather, but
A little under the weather.
yes.
Okay. So fighting off a bit of a cold?
Oh, not just a bit of a
Oh, okay.
cold.
So it's been hitting you.
Yes.
All right. Well, you seem okay. The let me start out with an honest question, all right? That is so why don't you get a haircut and go find a job, you darn hippie?
Well, if I did that, it wouldn't be much of an interview for you, would it? Be
I
out in the
guess you got a point.
come down to the factory and be like, "Wow, Bob, you really operate one hell of a brake press. Thought I'd give you an interview today."
Hey, don't
Oh.
don't be making fun of brake presses. Whatever those are, man. Whatever those are. There's a lot of good men out there working on brake presses today. So you've decided that you're going to be a lead guitarist for the rock band South Haven. What in the world made you decide to be a lead guitarist?
Oh man, a lot of I could give you names, I guess. David Gilmour, Kirk Hammett, The Crow, the movie, when that guy was just sitting up on the roof playing lead guitar, just the way it felt and sounded. It all just kind of compelled me to start learning, and I love music, so I feel like guitar is exactly where I can express myself the best.
Yeah. So when did you start? How young were you?
I was about 15 years old.
All right, tell us about it. Tell us a story.
Well, I was actually a kind of a student of our lead singer, Michael Reed's. He was at the time the lead singer and guitar player for the worship team at the church I was going to, and I looked up to him, and we were into the same kinds of music, and he showed me just basically a whole new world of musicianship and kind of a brotherhood that comes along with it, and it just kind of spawned from there. I started learning my first song at about 15 years old, and they just multiplied on up from there.
All right. So you've been in other bands besides South Haven?
Yes, my first band was called Blindfold, actually, and it was almost just entirely made up of the worship team at Calvary Temple. It was my cousin Eric Jackson, Jake Stank, lead singer, and Adam Hillblank as the drummer. And we were a Christian group, Christian rock group, and we did quite a bit with our time. Made it pretty far.
Well, good for you. That's good. That's good to hear. The so you decided to go from Christian rock over to secular rock.
I did.
Reason for that? And what's the is there or just where the river took you or what?
A little bit of, there's a reason and a little bit of kind of just, yeah, fate, just where the river took me, a good situation showing itself, an opportunity. I feel that Christian music is a good thing, but it kind of limiting to a real artist. Sometimes I'm having a bad day. I don't want to be told by a particular label or something that I can't write a song about my bad day, and have it on my album if I really like it. I'd like to be able to have the freedom to write a song about God and write a song about a piss poor day I had.
All right, I get it. Yeah. So you feel you'd be a little bit limited by that.
I was, yes.
Okay. All right. So you feel less limited now that you're playing with South Haven?
Very much.
Okay. Able to. Well, what are some of that? Why would you choose to play with South Haven?
Oh man, super strong team, excellent friends. Everybody, everybody holds down their end of the bargain so well, and it's a team like any team. You're only as strong as the weakest link, and everybody's gonna be a real strong link in this band, and it just frees me up to be able to be as creative as I possibly can be, and I think that with the combination of us, with all of the different strengths we have, we make a really, really good band.
All right. Sounds good. Tell me about the band. You mentioned Michael Reed was a guy who inspired you in the beginning. What? Tell me something about Michael Reed. Tell me something about him.
Well, Michael Reed, he's an incredibly inspiring person. Just kind of being around him it's kind of contagious. You want to you dream big, and you feel like it's not just a dream, like it's attainable. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a really good work ethic that's contagious. I felt it ever since I was younger, you know, when we were just starting. Got me going on guitar and got me working pretty hard. Of course, it takes, you know, some initiative on my part too. But Michael Reed's his crap.
It's okay. You're human. You get to think. Pause for a second.
I'm gonna pause.
Nobody minds.
His creativity seems as unending. At the drop of a hat, he can write a kick-ass song that makes my job pretty easy.
Well, that's pretty cool. What about Jeff? Tell us about the drummer.
Jeff is another type of human altogether. We call him Batman in the band for good reason, because first of all, he never sleeps, and that can kind of affect all of us. But second of all, because his work is never done. He's constantly doing one thing or the other for the band and for himself, to better his life, to better his friends' lives. Very selfless individual and incredibly strong person. Again, he's inspiring too, which is another reason it's nice to be in a band with the exact crew of 4 that we're in a band with.
All right. How about the youngest guy there in the band?
Ben. Ben's the man, boy wonder. He brings back a feeling of what it was like when I first started playing music. You know, the constant practicing, and he kind of just watching him. It's almost like a little slap on the wrist for when I start getting lazy and stop practicing my scales. It's like, well, look at how hard this kid's working, you know? That's how hard I should keep working, even though it's been, you know, about 8 or 9 years now.
That's right. You're how old?
I'm 23, going on 22, going on 23 here in a few days.
All right. There you go. So, tell us about yourself then. What do you bring to the band?
I feel like I have a very critical musical ear, almost a producer's seat in the band, kind of, where I can take Michael's creative artistry and kind of shape it into what I feel he also wants to see out of it. And it's really nice to be able to have him bring something to me in confidence, and to be able to be like, well, what about a pause here? Or what about, you know, what about this harmony over the top of that vocals? What if we just did this in the 3rd chorus alone? You know, and just to be able to just bring the song to its fulfillment, and just kind of give it that edge, that polish. It's kind of what I do.
Excellent, excellent. Anything else? You've done a great interview, I'd say. What else would you? Anything else you want to share with the millions of people that'll be looking at this?
Just keep looking, keep watching the website. You know, we really need all of our fans out there to, you know, show us that they're interested in what we're doing, and be involved in what we're doing. You know, leave us some messages and just tell us what you think.
All right, sounds good.